What is your least favorite city or town in your country? I lived in a small town in the middle of nowhere for a few years. I moved there for a job and didn't know much about the place beforehand. It was a nightmare. The town was extremely religious, and everyone knew everyone else's business. I was constantly getting judged for not going to church. I had a few people knock on my door and tell me I was going to hell for not going to their church. The worst part was the lack of privacy. Everyone knew where I lived, what car I drove, and even what time I left for work. I had a neighbor who would call my boss if I left for work 5 minutes late. I also had a neighbor who would call the police if I had a friend over after 9 p.m. The police would show up and tell me to keep it down, even if we were just watching TV. The town was also extremely racist. I had a friend who was black, and he was constantly getting pulled over by the police for no reason. I also had a friend who was gay, and he was constantly getting harassed by the locals. I eventually moved away and have never looked back. I would never recommend anyone move to that town.